bit of a pessimistic view of dating in general. Like, and even you being like a match or what, like a dating coach, like those apps, I just saw a video recently, those apps aren't meant to even help people get on dates. Like, they're meant to keep you on there because if two people meet and have a successful relationship, the app loses business. So they're incentivized to keep your lonely ass on there, swiping for more people. And they strategically will put ugly ones in there and then put a cute one in there, knowing that,
intermittent reinforcement.
There you go. You get it. You know how the apps work.
Hinge is a bit better about it, but you need to be very intentional to like actually take advantage of their whole designed to be deleted thing.
And I just think about how, back in the olden days, like just dating was simpler. When your parents met, it was simpler. There was no like options. All the girls here have gotten 100 times more like attention than I get, and I have millions of followers. So it's like, I know, how does a normal guy even compete in this dating market? You can't. Like, if a regular,
it's true, the average guy can't compete. And it's true what he said about dating apps, right? Because one thing I realized, if you don't pay on the dating apps, they don't put your profile out there as a man, right? Because women don't pay, because they already have guys who are going to swipe on them. So women don't have to pay. But as a guy, if you don't pay for those services, they don't push your profile out there for the women to swipe on you. Even then, even if you pay, right, they're going to give you people who are like 3,000 miles away, someone from DR or some BS like that, who's going to swipe on you. Right? Even then, you're going to have maybe 2 swipes, right? Unless you're Drake or somebody, then, people will just come to you. But he just said he has millions of followers as a social media, guy or influencer, right? And even then, he still struggles. Like, the average woman gets more swipes on the dating apps than him. Now, what about me and you, bro? We're doomed. Like, and it's getting worse. Because we're still in the social media era, right? If a girl has like 30, if you guys have like one of your friends who's a woman or a girl and she's on a dating app, one time just ask her to show you half dating app. You see how many messages. One time a girl showed me and she had 500 messages from men that she hadn't even responded to. 500 men. When is she going to ever see your message on a dating app? When is she ever going to choose you? Some of those guys have more money than you. Why would she choose you as an average guy? You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
The girl's getting 50 to 100 DMs, approaches, whatever. How do you even stand a chance? So
you don't.
I feel really bad for the majority of men who don't have a lot of success in the dating pool. And I don't know what the solution is. I feel like you just have to level up the best you can, appearance wise, financial wise, everything, because the competition is like, it's crazy.
I mean, can I
go
comment on that? I agree and disagree, because none of the messages that I ever receive I ever respond to. I would only, for myself, I would only pursue a man who is pursuing me in person and making an effort.
Unless you have the opportunity that men are reaching out to you in your DMs. Did you guys just hear what she said? She has men in her DMs and she doesn't open the messages. Guess what? The men don't even have women in their DMs. Like, no man, unless you're Drake or something, ever brags about having women in his DMs that he doesn't open, and he's waiting for them to she has the privilege that she's waiting for a man in real life on the street or in the grocery store to talk to her, because she doesn't want to deal with guys online. Men do not have that. That's the whole point. Like, at least whenever you want, you can open the DMs and talk to whichever guy and, I don't know, use him for a free dinner or whatever you want to do. Men do not have that opportunity.
Like, appearance wise, shows me that he has ambition, etc. But there's a lack of that.
Can we get a posture check from you? And just, I feel like you're slouching.
Oh,
and
yes,
I'm looking out.
My thing keeps.
I'm looking out for you. It's all good.
Your booster.
My booster seat keeps slipping. Okay, I don't know what I was saying.
No, I see what you're saying. Like, you specifically won't answer DMs. I'm not sure if most girls behave like that. I think most girls will answer certain DMs from certain guys.
Yep.
But it's just like, how do you compete I know like y'all are getting blue checks and athletes and like some really top tier guys. How does a regular dude even get close to that? Like you can't.
The regular dude doesn't. You cannot. So I mean, it's no wonder some men are like, you know what, this dating BS, I don't care for it anymore. Some guys have chosen to just give up completely, which is understandable. Because for you to talk to a girl who has 500, bro, I saw the girl, she had 500 messages from 500 different men. For you to stand out, you have to be looking really good. And just because you take on a date doesn't mean it's gonna continue. Maybe she thinks the date was too cheap. It wasn't a $300 dinner date. Bro, average men are like, it's over. It's over. Like,
They don't.
You don't, and
They
then
don't.
and then they end up, hey, can I pay $2,000 to kick me in the nuts? Like,
yeah.
No, I have seen statistics. Like, I've done thorough just like checks to make sure it's from actual studies, and then asking men I know, asking my like ex when we were still together, men are not having sex these days. Whereas every girl I know, if she isn't celibate, she has had sex whenever she wants to, and it is a serious topic that I considered sending beforehand, but then I was like,
yeah.
So you're right.
So it's kind of a weird, dire situation.
Send the asteroid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know what the solution is.
And we're in this era of like hating on men, and I'm like, damn, I think men need the most help now more than ever.
Agreed.
They do.
But
It's
they
like-
also need each other supporting
Go,
them.
Ryan. Keep going, Ryan.
I don't have too much more to go on that, but yeah, there's this gender war going on. It's like, whoa, like there's so many men. I mean, you hear the stories of kick me and spit on me, and I'll pay you $100 just to speak to me. Like, how incredibly sad is that? I don't know if y'all could even fathom having to pay someone.
Yeah, the OnlyFans industry, like, men would rather pay a girl online that they're never ever gonna meet to talk to them, because they already have trouble talking to a girl in person. They don't have a girl to talk to in person. You know what I mean? Like, it's tough, right? I mean, the solution, I know some of you guys are going to be like, okay, Boogie, what's your solution? Sure, we heard the problem. What's the solution? There's only one solution. We got to get our money up, brothers, because when you get your money up, then maybe you can have the chance. Because at least having the money or having the means to provide is one sure way, is one thing that the ladies will always love about a man who can provide. Now, it doesn't mean you go pay $1,000 to take her out or nothing, but at least if she knows you got the means, yeah, she might join you. She might come with you.
$100 just to speak to you, and here we are, misogynist, toxic, this and that.
Yeah.
And like, that's why I like to try to, I don't know, root for guys. Like, nobody's here to help men at all, and it's cool to.
I'm literally helping men.
Well, I appreciate
and
that.
I agree. And there's a lot of very nice, good guys who just get overwhelmed from what I've observed from the whole alpha male podcast thing. And that's why I think it's important for, panels like this, people showing that it's okay to have your view. If you're only getting one match a week, that's okay. Because like I mentioned earlier, it just takes one person if you want to be in a relationship, unless you're into poly.
And I know you have to go, but I did have one question for you. Sorry to
Yeah.
string this
Oh,
on a
she
little
might
longer, Brian. Have you ever told your male clients to be an asshole to girls?
I never to be a dick. What typically happens though is they are scared of being seen as predatory or douchey, so they end up never even asking a girl out. So what I have done for most of them actually is say like, you don't need to ask her 5 questions in a row to try to seem like you're interested. It's okay to like she's dating you too. So you do need to talk about yourself. But I've never I attract.
Like, any man who goes to a single woman who broke up with their ex for dating advice, that's a man who really needs help. Because this chick just said she's a dating coach, and men go to her for dating advice because they're scared to talk to other women. Can anyone, obviously they pay her, can anyone in the room please tell me the number one reason why men pay this woman money for her to be a dating coach or to give them dating advice? Can anyone in the room tell me why a man would do that? Can anyone tell me why a man who has trouble talking to other women would pay a woman to teach them how to talk to other women? Can anyone tell me in the room? Anybody? Well, I'll tell you, because she's attractive. And so men who have trouble talking to other women are like, you know what? All I gotta do is pay her and then talk to her. And some of them think they will have a chance with her because she speaks so nicely and softly, but they don't understand it's a business for her. Like any man who goes to a woman for dating advice, you're cooked. You get everything that is coming to you. You deserve every single thing. Because he just asked her, you know, do you tell your male clients to be assholes? Because she just said nice guys finish last in summary, right? Women don't like nice guys. So he's like, do you tell them to be assholes? She's like, no. But still guys pay because she looks good and they want a woman to talk to. And what does she do? She pretends to be a coach, takes the money, talks to them nicely. They feel good about it. And some of them I know think they have a chance with her and they don't.
Very nice clients who feel awkward, never tell them to be douchey. The most I've done is say, try to be a little bit more cool and maybe don't text her back 1 minute later at 7 a.m.
Yeah, I was
like, don't be desperate,
No, but I get what you're
don't be a
saying,
douche.
'cause
Yeah, I look.
it happens a lot
like
where
this.
women aren't attracted to nice
Yeah.
men. They would rather be treated like crap.
To desperate men, I would.
Yes. Yeah.
You
And
were
a
gonna
lot of
say
times
something?
nice guys.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah.
You like dicks? Is that what you said?
That's what I heard.
I heard I like dick. Like
No, like, kind of like when guys kind of don't give you as much attention and like stuff like that. It kind of makes me want to like chase them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
it's
what-
about the chase.
Yeah.
And if I'm not chasing
No, but-
you,
but,
it's
like-
But that's like
I hate the
maturity
change.
versus immaturity. Like, you probably aren't going to find a husband if you're dating like that. But at
I'm
18,
not
you
dating
don't.
like
And
that,
at
like-
18, you don't need a husband.
Like if
don't
guys
want
don't
one.
do that, that's not like a break point for me. I'm just saying like
if he's
us-
simping after you, you probably won't take him seriously.
No,
right?
I would for sure.
No, you
I've done that with
wouldn't.
a lot of guys, but
You wouldn't. You just admitted that the guys who don't give you attention are the ones you chase. So that the opposite can't be true. If the guys who don't give you attention, you chase. So that means the guys who give you attention, you don't chase. So you don't like them. So that it can't be true. So you just lied, guys. She just literally told you, and in fact, all of them. This one started. They don't like nice guys, right? So I mean, use the information how you want to.
I mean, isn't that pretty common? Like girls like
Yeah.
guys who are assholes.
I think it's kind of.
pretty-
I feel like
pretty
a lot
common.
of people do that. Like it's the chase. You know what I mean?
I like when my man is like obsessed with me.
No, you don't.
I like when my man is respectful and not an asshole.
That's
Yeah.
all lies.
like, I just know growing up, I was the nice guy and never got anything. And then even me and my guy friends would be like, I said this to this girl and she loved it. And I'm like, why do they like being mistreated or whatever? And I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be a villain, but I got turned into a villain. So
and that's what's confusing to us men, right? Like, it's like men are like, you know what, I want to be a nice guy, this, and then they don't get the results they want, and then the guy who's not nice gets all the girls in high school. You're like, this doesn't make any sense. I buy her flowers, I do all these things, and she doesn't like me, but she's chasing over the guy who doesn't return her calls, who doesn't take her out, who doesn't call her after like a week. Like, it's confusing to men. It's like, okay, what should I do? Hence the saying, nice guys finish last, and they just admit it.
sorry.
I think
Oh,
that
you-
depends on the women that you
Yeah,
want to
or
be
select women differently. It's a trauma cycle.
No, it's
So
not.
you're saying the women that I'm speaking to specifically are the ones that are into that, and there's girls that are.
You attract what you put out, or you attract the inverse of it. So like my most long-term client, he used to just go on dates with the strangest woman.
This dating coach needs to stop. And any man who goes to a woman for dating advice and pays her money for dating tips on how to date women, you need help.
And like one of them, she was like, yeah, I like to date dead animals.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, but that's
Man,
the,
The woman said that.
yes, it was. He used to attract very strange. He also lives in like a rural area, but that's when he was being a nice guy. But in reality, he wasn't being nice. He was letting himself be stepped on.
By letting her
Yeah,
decapitate
it's like-
animals?
No, like he would just date strange women. So I think if you're dating
That's some psycho.
desperate or traumatized
psycho.
or hurt woman,
Dahmer shit.
then you just aren't selecting who you're dating. Like, I'm not at a place to be dating someone for the rest of my life. I don't want a husband. I'm not ready for that. Therefore, the dudes who are carrying themselves in such a way that they want that type of commitment should not be trying to talk to me, because when I say, oh yeah, I'm flying out tomorrow, so let's reschedule our date, like, I'm not. Basically, reevaluate who you're attracting, and if you feel like you have to be a douche to get them to like you, maybe don't go for them.
Yeah, well, I would say
that make sense?
I completely understand your viewpoint. I didn't attract any, like, being nice attracted nobody. Being not nice attracts people. Like,
Fair enough
Which is
observation.
crazy.
so it's like, but I'm
Well,
just
do
speaking
you
from my
want a
perspective
busy
as a
love
guy.
life or
It's
a very
confusing.
like, I think it's very fair to want to just go on a bunch of dates, get a bunch of action, and if being not douchey but a little bit less attentive, I think that's super valid. And like, I have not for very long, but I've worked with some men who want just casual dating, and then it's a few little tweaks, and then boom, they get it, and that's valid.
I swear, guys, if any of you guys are going to this girl for dating advice and paying her money, like, she literally says she broke up with her boyfriend, right? But she's giving men dating advice. Yeah,